Hey guys, welcome to No Shame No Gain. And today I'm gonna go through with you a video about a question that is asked, it's commonly asked quite a lot in the fitness world, which is how do I increase muscle definition without fluctuating my weight? How do I, increase muscle tone, but I don't want to put on weight and I don't want to lose weight? In this video, I'm gonna go through with you step by step stages that you need to do in order to make this happen. But I want you to understand something before we start. These are Shane's steps. These are my steps. This is my take on how to do it, okay? I don't want you to think that, there's no science behind how to build muscle definition with maintaining your weight. If there was, we would pick up a science book and we would all look like amazingly ripped, okay? Everyone is different, so please just realize that this is my take. This is something that if you follow me, if you know me, you will know that I take muscle definition very seriously. It's how I train, so I know what I am talking about, and this is just my take on how I've helped other people maintain muscle definition. But before we start the video, okay, I need to clear up 3 quick things before we even get into the video. And the 3 things I want to clear up are: 1, realize what you are asking for. Okay, realize the in-depth of your question. How do I increase muscle definition and stay at the same weight? I really need you to realize how serious what you're asking for is. In car terms, okay, it's like asking to pass your driving test in a Ferrari. Like, if you think about how difficult that is, how much work you would have to put in to first buy the Ferrari, book the test, get it done in a Ferrari, that's pretty much what you're asking for. The passing of the test is maintaining the weight, it's the easy part. The doing it in a Ferrari is the muscle definition part. It's difficult. So I'm not saying that you should be put off by it. I'm saying understand the journey you're about to embark on. Don't just say it for the sake of saying it and not realize how in depth what you're about to take on is. So that's the first thing, realizing what you're about to, the importance of what you're asking for. The second thing is realizing some people, I feel like, ask this question like an empty question. And this is what I mean about Shane's take on everything. I've been doing this for 2 decades. And I feel like a lot of people ask this question about this video, I want to increase muscle definition, but I don't want to put on weight. If I build muscle, I'm gonna put on weight. I feel like people ask this question like this. Like, they go to a doctor and they say, Doctor, I really want to eat chocolate, but I'm scared that I'm gonna be allergic. I'm gonna come out in spots. So the doctor might say something like, what chocolate are you worried about? Have you tried milk chocolate? Have you tried dark? Which I really want to stroke that cat, but I'm scared I'm allergic. I feel like people ask this question about muscle definition in the same complex. I really want to put on muscle definition, but I'm scared I put on weight. So the personal trainer might ask, like the doctor may ask, well, have you tried to put on muscle definition? And a lot of the people answer no. So I would say to a lot of those people, you won't know unless you try. You have to put the muscle definition on first to know if you're going to put on weight or decrease weight. And that's also what this video is about, how to show you how to counterbalance both. So that's the second thing I want to clear up. The third thing is understanding that there is no science, and this is, once again, Shane's take. This is just my take on what I've learned over 2 decades of teaching people and how people's bodies react and how my body reacts to building muscle definition and maintaining weight. Please understand that if there was, I'm going to say it over and over again in this video, if there was a science behind it, everybody would look muscle defined and, everyone would just read the book and follow the instructions. There's no clear instructions, but there are simple steps you can take to try your best, okay? So with those 3 things cleared up, empty questions like the allergy question, knowing what you're going for and understanding that it's my take, please have those 3 things in your mind before we get into this video. Right, so now that they're cleared up, let's get straight into the video. So you want to build muscle definition, but you don't want to up your weight and you don't want to lose your weight. Okay, so let's talk about your weight first, because there is two parts of this story. Okay, which is your weight and your muscle definition. Most of the people that are watching this video that want to increase muscle definition, you're all have one thing in common. You're all happy with your weight. Okay, I call it walking weight. What I mean by walking weight is your general walking around weight you're happy with, right? So you maintain your weight. I don't know what you do to generally maintain this weight. It could be going for walking the dogs, it could be nothing, it could be you just happy with your weight, generally living your life, you know, whatever it is, you're happy with this. That's the one thing that you all have in common. The other thing you all have in common is you're trying to build muscle definition. Okay, so if you look at it as a weighing scale, okay, so here you have your body weight and here you have muscle definition. Now let's put you all into a beginner's stage, right? When you all first start, your body weight is very heavy, so it drowns the scale all the way down, and your muscle definition is all the way up because there is no muscle definition, right? So what you need to understand is what makes this go up and what makes that go down, what makes muscle definition heavier and what makes body weight go up lighter. So body weight is controlled by three things: weights, cardio, and food. This is my take once again. Obviously it's a lot more scientific than that, but let's just look at it in my take. You got food, cardio, and weights. Weights makes you heavier. Food also makes you heavier. Cardio makes you lighter. So just remember those three things, okay? A muscle definition, there's only one thing to create muscle definition, and that's training, repetitive training. But we'll get into that in a minute. So when you all first start, body weight drags it all the way to the bottom. Muscle definition goes all the way to the top because there isn't any. Now, what should happen, okay? Let me just put that down for a sec. What should happen? Body weight down here. You're happy with this. You're happy with this. What you're not happy with is this. You want to now start building this, okay? So the trick is, okay, is a lot of people think that by creating muscle mass or muscle definition, you add something to the mix. It's like they think like if it was sand, they think you're actually adding sand. When a matter of fact, okay, what you really want to do is you want to take from here and put it here. Take from here and put it here. Okay, that's what you're trying to do, and then eventually you want both scales here. So that's what you're trying to create. Okay, you're trying to create that stable weight, but bring the muscle definition and meet yourself in the middle. That is what you're trying to do, and that is the state that you need. That's the mindset that you need to have. You need to grab a little bit of body mass from here and create muscle definition, okay, which you don't have yet. Keep doing that, converting it until eventually it comes here. Now, to a lot of people watching this video, including myself, we've done that. We've got to that stage. We're here in the middle. We're happy because, you know, well, our weight hasn't gone down, it hasn't gone up, it hasn't fluctuated. There's been that slow drop, okay, and then we've met back because muscle definition is hard muscle. It weighs more, okay? So as you take a little bit of hair and you convert it, obviously this has got lighter because you've taken from it, but you've converted hard. So that's what's dragging it down because that's quite heavy. Muscle definition is heavy. So you've met yourself in the middle, you're happy. Now, what happens is this, right? To some people, they like it so much, they like the results so much that they increase their training, they increase it, they start topping up on training because it is addictive. You start seeing, you know, good definition, and then you start accidentally building muscle. So you're here, and then the muscle starts building, and then that same goal that you had, which was, I don't want to go up in weight, changes, because muscle definition is heavy. So you keep bringing that heavy stone down, your weight is now heavier, you've become heavier. So those are to the people that are trying to build muscle definition but end up putting on weight. All that's happened is that you've created muscle mass. Your muscle density is so strong that you've now created muscle mass. Okay, so all you need to do is just reverse that again. Start giving yourself more rest, allow yourself to come back to where you was happy, so that you can meet in the middle. Okay, to the people that say, I want to increase muscle definition but I keep losing weight, remember what I told you about the body weight, of what controls it up and what controls it down. Okay, controlling it down is cardio. So what you might find is that some people, okay, their cardio state is, or their food intake is just not enough. So you got to find that balance. Remember, you're so used to just being here, this happy state, that when you add this in, there's a fine mix. Okay, you have to find that state, you have to find where it works. The next part of the video is exactly that. We're gonna find out how to bring that muscle definition down, and we're gonna use 3 letters to find out exactly how to bring that down. And the 3 letters are nutrition, rest, exercise. Okay, there's one more letter and it's O, but we'll get into that at the very end of the video. So let's go with the N, R, and E. Nutrition, rest, and exercise. Okay, so right now you're here and your nutrition is at a state where everybody's different. I don't know, you might have to stick to a very strict nutrition routine to be here and to be balanced and to be healthy. If you're that person, great. Just there may be slight tips, there might be slight changes that you need to adapt to now that you're adding muscle definition in. You might need to change certain things. Muscle definition, obviously, higher protein, that sort of stuff. Okay, this video is not about nutrition. This video is about how to build muscle definition with staying at that same weight. So we will do other videos on how to maintain nutrition, but for now, just realize that nutrition does play a part in bringing that here. Okay, so you have to find your balance. You have to find a diet that works for you. You have to do research into what diet should I be, how much protein should I be eating, etc., etc. So that's the nutrition part. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you are on, a major big calorie intake. It doesn't matter who you are. You're happy here. But as soon as you throw this mix in, nutrition has to change, okay? The NRE has to change. So let's move on to the rest, the R, okay? The rest has to change. And what makes the rest change is the fact that you're adding muscle definition. When you add muscle definition into your daily routine, into your life routine, you will need to rest. If I put you through let's call it a stomach routine today, a muscle definition training routine for your stomach today, you will not be able to move your stomach tomorrow. You will need to rest it. If I did it today, I would need to rest. You need to rest, recharge, recover. So please believe me, there are people that don't take rest seriously. They cause themselves injuries, they cause themselves harm, their goals are never reached because they don't rest and they don't recover. I've got this old thing that I follow: if it hurts, it works. So while you're training for muscle definition and trying to maintain weight, if you're in pain, leave that muscle alone. Let it recover. It might need a week, it might need 3 days, it might need 2 days. The stronger you become, the less those days become. Your first session, you might need a week to recover. You might need 2 weeks. Leave the muscle alone. If it hurts, leave it. Let it recharge. Use other ways, stretching, muscle relaxation. Use other things until the muscle is ready to go again. Rest is so important, okay? And last is exercise. NRE, nutrition, rest, exercise. Okay, so exercise. Now, the great thing about exercise when it comes to this video is that All I have to tell you, if you follow me, is what is my exercise routine. You know me, you follow me, and if you don't, just go on my Instagram or my Facebook, and you will know I have muscle definition. I muscle definition is what I do day in, day out. So all I have to do is preach to you what I do for exercise day in, day out. And the reason I spoke to you about passing your driving test in a Ferrari is because that is muscle definition. How do you think you get a Ferrari? You have to go to work every day. You have to be repetitive. You have to go every day. There can't be it's repetitive. Definition, okay, which is what you're trying to achieve. Muscle definition. The word definition means to define. Go again. An artist, when if he draws a jawline and he's trying to make the jawline more defined, he has to stroke the brush again and again until it looks defined. Okay, definition for your muscle is no different when it comes to exercise. Okay, the most important, it's repetition again and again. I don't want to hear words like 3 times 10 or 3 times 20. I want to hear words like keep going till it hurts and then keep going again. So you have to just keep going. It's repetition. It's again and again and again and again until it hurts, and then keep going some more. That's the key to a muscle definition program. So if I was to say, for instance, do a muscle definition program today on my stomach, okay, it would be, I don't set myself 3 times 10, for instance. It might be 3 times till it hurts. That's what I like listening to. I like to especially muscle definition till it hurts. The problem is, okay, a lot of people hear things like that and they look at other people doing 3 times 10 and think, well, that works for them. What you don't understand is that behind closed doors, this person's had to work their arse off to get to that stage first. To get that first muscle definition is like, getting your Ferrari. You have to go to work every day. Every day you have to work 8 hours or whatever it is you have to do. You have to get up every day and go do it every day. What you're doing is not easy. It's difficult. You have to do it every day. And I think with exercise, okay, I want you to look at exercise like there are no fancy gyms. There are no fancy buttons. You can't press this and just get this. Pretend there's no gyms. Pretend there's no such thing as a gym, okay? And you want to build muscle definition. People been building muscle definition for years before there were even gyms. They did it by just repetitive training, going again until they had muscle definition. And it's no different now, but because there's so much extra, because there's all this extra around, people feel like, oh well, I want to try it this way and it's worked for this person, so I want to do it that way. It's easier. People are always looking for the easy option, and I'm telling you right now, if that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. Muscle definition is hard work, especially when trying to balance the same weight you have. So just understand that repetitive training is what you're looking for. Don't look for the easy 3 times 10 or 3 times 1 minute. Just choose a muscle group and just keep going. You know the exercises, and if you don't, you can go on my YouTube and find it. Just type in what area you want to work on my YouTube channel and just find the video and just go for it. Even if it means you don't have to follow my video routine and you find the exercises that work for you repetitively, just keep smashing that one particular exercise that works for you in that area. Murder it. Just go in and don't stop. That's my honest advice to you, and that's the way I train. Honestly, that's the way I train. I'm not hiding it from you. I will choose an exercise and I won't stop until I can't move. And then let's say it's in my stomach. I'll then move to my legs. or another muscle part that I want muscle definition in, and I'll do the same thing. I'll just keep going till it burns, because I know I want that muscle definition. The same way you might want that Ferrari, you suffer it because you know you want it, right? And that is how you balance the board. Okay, you balance that scale, NRE, and when you keep putting the NRE in, it will come, and you will get here. It will come here. Just be careful that when you are here, you don't, shoot it back down. Because I'm telling you, when you have no muscle definition, and then you start getting it, it's a nice feeling, and you start wanting to push more. So just be careful. If you are that person that wants to stay at the same weight, just be careful, especially summertime. For me anyway, and I'm sure a lot of other people, summertime, you want to take your training into a little bit, you want to maybe have a bit more muscle definition. It does pack the scales, okay? The scales might start counteracting what you don't want. So just keep that in mind, okay? NRE. Get your nutrition right. Make sure you get your rest right. And when it comes to exercise, pound it. Stop telling yourself that 3 times 10 works. Just find the exercise that works. Everyone is different, okay? So, and that moves me on to my next point actually, which is everyone is different. It's really important, okay? You could be a twin brother. Your twin brother could look like Bruce Lee. He could look super defined, and so could you. But you're both different. And this is what I mean about you're both different. You could both have the same body fat, you could both have the same everything, okay? But what is different is that you both have different obstacles in front of you. There is only one you. Your brother might do, or your sister might do 100 squats, and the next day have to go to work. You might have to go to work, but when your boss tells you off for going up the stairs too slow, your brain might deal with it in a different way than your brother might deal with it. Does that make sense? Everybody has different obstacles. And obstacles is such a big part in this whole video. Do you remember I said there was NRE and there's also an O, but we'll go through the O at the end. Well, here we are. The O is the obstacles, okay? I want you to think. Here's just some common obstacles I'm going to throw out there. Life, stress, job, kids, routine, food. Okay, this is just a few, just to name a few of obstacles that as a personal trainer, I have seen people suffer with. Life, stress, job, kids, food. These things are things that get in the way of you achieving this. Okay, and I think what's really important, okay, before you even take on a muscle definition program, spend some time thinking about the obstacles. Think about it. Think that if I start training that hard, like what Shane's just told me to do, take an exercise and just murder that exercise, what do you think happens? You're going to be in pain. Your body's now going to start screaming for sugar, for protein, for carbs. It's going to scream at you because you've just taken all them nutrients out of your body to create this muscle definition. So that's one obstacle. Think about the fact that you've got to pick up the kids. Think about the fact you've got stress of job, stress of work, stress of life. Think about the fact that you've got all these obstacles to deal with. Do you have the time? You have to think about that first. When you start thinking about buying a Ferrari, you start thinking about all the things first, don't you? You don't just jump into the deep end and think, well, I want a Ferrari. So, you start thinking about, right, the fact I need a job. I need to have enough money to pay my bills. I need to also feed my kids. I need to also whatever it is, you have to think about things logically first. So please spend some time thinking about all the obstacles that are in the way of you achieving muscle definition and remaining at the same weight. Because I feel like a lot of people don't actually think about the obstacles first. I do it in the reverse order. The exact way I've explained this whole video to you, when I'm achieving anything in fitness, I do it in the opposite order first. What are the obstacles in my way? What's going to stop me from training? Because I need to eliminate that first. That needs to get out of my way. I have 2 kids, you know what I mean? And they are my priority. So fitness comes second to me. You know, like, unless my kids are looked after, I prioritize. Fitness comes second, but yet I find the time to make sure I get that fitness work in. And my programs every day are muscle definition. Do not listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. My programs is muscle definition only. I like to be defined 365 days a year. I don't like to take days off. So just prioritize what's in my way, what's good, what's, you know, like, make sure you got it right. Make sure your program is ready for you to embark on. And once all those things are in place, you should find yourself ready to take on the scales of muscle definition and comfortable body weight. Okay, get yourself ready, get yourself in a program, and bring yourself right here. Okay, and remember that it's conversion rate. Don't be scared. You're not going to start adding anything to the pot. Okay, you're going to take from here and you're going to convert it until it's here. Guys, I really hope you liked that video. I hope that gives you some kind of explanation of how to build muscle definition without fluctuating weight. If you liked it, please give it a big like, and look out for another video which I'm going to do soon, which is just on a muscle definition training program. Okay, I'm going to talk on what kind of training and how to break through the training habits of a muscle definition program. Hopefully, if you add both these videos together, it'll give you, a help towards a muscle defined body. Hope you like the video. Please like it if you do, and don't forget to subscribe to be part of the No Shame No Gain family, so that whenever I release a video like this, you're first to get your hands on it. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you in another video.